Okay, great. So we are, I think, okay, got it. This meeting is being live streamed. Redirecting to YouTube. Let's see here. I got that. That's been muted. Very good. And now I need to get the captions up. Hopefully everybody shows up. Show captions. Save. Okay. Yeah, the captions are there. Okay, did I do everything that I'm supposed to do? Let's double check. Okay, login, captions, click more, live on YouTube, go live, mute on YouTube, minimize Zoom, look at left corner, and we don't record because we're going live and it automatically records. Okay, very good. Okay, so I think there was an issue with what I sent to people, the login, so that's a problem. I have to send it out to everyone again.
I just clicked on the first one you sent me and it was fine. Everything worked.
Me too. So I'm just going to resend it to a few folks. So there are 4 of us in a different one, he's saying. Okay, well, I'm going to resend. And one of these days I'll get this right. Hopefully people start trickling in. I just gotta pull up the agenda.
How many people need for quorum?
We need 5. Okay, there's
5.
Tori. Okay, view in the waiting room. Admit all. We've got Nairi, we've got Corey, we've got Eric, we've got Tori. We've got Mark. We have quorum. Okay, very good.
Perfect.
Sorry about that, everyone. I think I've just sent this out so many times. It's just my apologies. One day I'll get it right. Okay, admit. I'm just going to let Andrew know that we have quorum. And then we'll get started.
The issue is when you make me change Zoom streams, it is so slow.
Yeah. Okay, so we are live on YouTube and we have quorum. Oops, Corey jumped out. I have to add him again. I'll double check. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we are good. So we have quorum. Mark is going to be our chair today. Donna had a last minute conflict. So he's agreed to be our chair. Thanks everybody for joining. I know there's been a bit of back and forth, but we are going to get this done. Just 1 second. I have to forward a link to Travis because he's going to join us as well. Great, he should be good. Okay, so we're going to get going here. So as I said, Mark is going to be our chair for today's meeting. So Mark, over to you to kick things off. It's 12:02.
Yep, so I guess starting from the list and going down, I will call the meeting to order. We will start off with that I acknowledge with respect that we are on the Robinson-Huron Treaty Territory, that the land on which we are gathered is a traditional territory of the Anishinaabe and known as Bawating. Bawating is the home to Garden River First Nation, Batchewana First Nation, and the historic Sault Ste. Marie Métis Council. We will move, I guess, next to the adoption of minutes. So I will need a mover and a seconder. If somebody can, so.
Okay, Nairi and
Tori.
hey,
So that will be approved.
all in favor?
Sorry, all in favor? I'm new. Give me a break.
That's
here.
good. That's good. I'm helping you. Oh, there's
Yeah.
Travis. I'll let him in.
So the fourth item, I guess, we'll call if there's any or ask for any declaration of pecuniary interest. If anyone has anything that they would like to speak up about or anything, please let us know. I will take silence as a no. So then the next item is adoption of the agenda. So I will need a mover and a seconder on that. So Eric and Nairi, thank you. All in favor?
Great.
So that's been approved.
Yep.
So now that we have that, we will move on to the next item, which is the Green Initiative Fund application, which is through the Sault Ste. Marie Fire Department. And I think I will hand it over to Emily to explain it, and then we can discuss
Great.
if anyone's got any questions.
Thanks, Mark. Okay, so as you all saw in your agenda package, the Sault Ste. Marie Fire Services, we are joined again today by Matt. Hi, Matt. Thanks for your time.
Thanks for having me.
They submitted a application to continue to electrify their snow removal equipment. They've already purchased one electric snow blower, but they would like to purchase another in preparation for the snow season this year. And they are approaching us, the committee, for assistance to replace one that is reaching its end of life with an electric model. If no additional funding from the Green Initiatives Fund is available, fire services will be purchasing internal combustion snow removal equipment due to a shortfall in their operating budget and the equipment reaching its end of life. Pretty straightforward application. It fits the existing criteria of GHG emissions, moving away from an internal combustion engine piece of equipment to an electric model. Matt, anything else that you'd like to add about the application before we turn it over to questions?
I mean, I'd just like to thank with all your help with these projects, and fire services always trying to strive to go electric, and I think one of the best ways for us is to start with the smaller fleet, and then work as we go as the as the economy gets ready for the big transition. What I think is going to be a big transition of going electric with all of the heavy equipment. And that's it.
Thanks, Matt. Okay, so we will turn it over to any questions if any committee members want to ask about the application. I
have a question.
Oh, sorry, just 1 second, Andre. I did receive one question
Sure.
regarding what is left in the Green Initiatives Fund. So if this project is approved, we'll have approximately $1,100 left in the Green Initiatives Fund for this year. So just wanted to clarify that for the whole committee. I'm sure that's something that might have been on your mind. We've had quite a few applications this year. So sorry, Andre, any questions? Go ahead, please.
So if we don't approve this, you're saying you would be buying a gas-fired snowmobile, is that correct?
Yeah, well, and it's due with the cost of it, because as we know, electric's almost double the price from a gas one of the same size of unit.
So if so, the price difference would be, what would be the price difference between an electric and a gas-powered snowblower?
It's roughly about $1,200, and I wouldn't be purchasing it. This budget would have to wait till later next year.
Yeah, I
So-
guess
so
my
I-
concern.
as-
Yeah,
As in January, right, with the new budget coming up.
yes, because my concern is that if you take money from the budget from the committee, that takes it away from other initiatives that we could have, and you have to have this equipment anyways. And I'd like to make sure we don't start this idea that we're gonna, this committee's budget is gonna be used to electrify all the equipment for all the city.
So Andre, I'm
departments.
sorry, I'm just going to jump in to clarify a couple of things. So the committee has been meeting over the past couple of months, and we have gone through a process of revising the Green Initiatives Fund application. And we were going to discuss that at last week's meeting, but we've decided to bump it to our November 7th meeting, and we'll go over the changes. And so this application that has come in from a city department, fire services, currently meets the existing criteria of the Green Initiatives Fund, which allows both city departments and local nonprofits to apply to this fund for projects that reduce emissions, improve energy efficiency, improve water quality, help with active transportation, reduce waste, and regreening. So this project fits the pillar of emissions reduction, and the City Department of Fire Services is eligible to apply to the fund as it currently stands. We'll talk about how we've revised the fund to address some of these concerns you have, as well as other committee members regarding the allocation of funding to city departments. But as it stands, this application meets the criteria of the Green Initiatives Fund.
So what if we just support the difference between an electric and a gas powered? So this way they would have to pay for this anyways, and we'd have more money to help other departments electrify some of their equipment. I'm just,
Well,
just
Andre,
just
I
a thought.
understand that, but we're trying to get this equipment before the snow flies. And also, I understand what you're saying about other departments, but fire services is stepping forward to do their part to go green. So not to be, I don't know what you call it, but what does it matter if we go green or a different department does, as long as the city's striving to go green? That's all that should matter.
I get where you're coming from, Andre. Like, I mean, essentially our emissions, our corporate emissions all come, whether they're from transportation or buildings. But per the parameters of the fund, this project meets the criteria as it currently stands. In the application, they have a shortfall from their current operating budget. It's explained. So they don't have enough money to purchase an electric snow blower this year. If they are not allocated funding from the Green Initiatives Fund, they will, like, they can't buy it essentially.
Mhm.
So that's the situation that they're in per the application. I'm not discounting what you're saying, and we are taking steps, but we're going to leave it for that agenda item to discuss the revision of the Green Initiatives Fund, which will catch some of this and put more stringent parameters regarding municipal departments. But those will come after, if the committee approves the revisions, and also ultimately council. So these concerns that you're bringing forward are not being ignored. It's just there's a process to it. Eric?
Andre, I get your point about just paying the difference. I think that makes a lot of sense. I just think personally, right now we're getting close to the end of the year when these funds could be allocated anyway. So personally, myself, I don't have as much concern, although I do agree with you that that strategy makes sense, and maybe we, you know, we should consider that in the next round of applications from the beginning. But at this point, I'd rather see that the funds go to purchasing something like this before we run out of the year. That's my 2 cents.
Thanks, Eric. Anybody else? Questions, comments? Okay. All right. So Mark, we have a motion here for the application. Would you like me to read it or are you good?
I can read it.
Okay.
So resolved that the Environmental Sustainability Committee supports the request for funding from the CDF Green Initiative programs in the amount of $2,250.93 for the City of Sault Ste. Marie Fire Department electric snow blower project funding. It's a long request.
Yep.
And
So-
recommends the council approves that request.
So mover, seconder,
So I will need a mover and a seconder. So sorry, Corey was the mover and the seconder is Eric. All in favor?
carried. Okay. Thank you. Mark, next agenda item.
Sorry, yes. So the next item is the staff update. And I will again hand this over to Emily.
Thank you, Mark. Okay, very short and sweet. Okay, I'm going to just share my screen here. Can everyone see it? Can you see it? I'm seeing it not. Okay, thanks. Okay, so
Yes.
very short. Like I said, we had a bit of a longer agenda, but we're just going to bump things to November. But the only thing I wanted to make sure that the committee was aware of and hoping that you can help spread the word. This Saturday, the Sioux Climate Hub, the PUC and the City of Sault Ste. Marie will be hosting our very first community electric vehicle showcase. It's taking place at the PUC parking lot on 500 Second Line East. It's from 11 to 2 p.m. This is a come and go event. We have several community electric vehicle and hybrid vehicle owners who will be in attendance at the ready to answer any questions or concerns, you know, prospective future electric vehicle owners might have. So please, as members of the committee, I'm asking you if you can help spread the word. There's been quite a bit of activity on social media. Would very much appreciate it. So with that, the only other thing is just our next meeting is on November 7th. And if there aren't any questions about that, I'll just stop sharing my screen. It was short and sweet, like the core of this meeting. Any questions about that? Pretty straightforward. Okay, back to you, Mark, to wrap it up and bring it home.
I say this was a hard job here. So I guess the next item is the adjournment. So if there's nothing else, then I will call for a mover and a seconder to adjourn this meeting. So Nairi and Tori. We'll go someone different. We'll go with Tori this time.
Okay.
So all in favor?
Carried.
Great. Meeting adjourned.
Okay, thanks, Mark. Thanks, everybody. Short and sweet. We'll have
Thanks, guys.
quite a bit more to discuss next month. Take care and be well.
Thanks,